Ronnie, be careful. So right now he's in my bedroom and the door is open and I can see, I can't see him, but I can see all the pillows being thrown off my bed. So never a dull moment with a toddler, right? So I just had to put some makeup on, and it's some of my really cheap stuff, and so I have eyeliner on my brows, which are way too dark because I use black eyeliner. So everything of mine is all packed up in a suitcase, and I just didn't feel like opening it up because it's just really heavy and a nuisance, and like the things to pull the zippers are broken. So yeah. Anyway, so I currently have black brows. I use this eyeliner, and I don't mind it too much, but I have a few different mascaras, and I have my older one on because that's the only one I had in the bathroom, and I probably should throw it away, but I really like the brush. And that one I tried doing what my sister-in-law and my mother-in-law told me to do, is put some like lavender essential oil in it, and I did like 2 drops or 1 drop of that. I can't really tell, I guess, because they come out like different sizes sometimes from inside the bottle. And I just had to wipe away so much of my makeup because my mascara was just, you know, like, look at that. It's just coming off, and it's so oily. That's disgusting. Rubba, what are you doing? Why don't you come out here with Mom? Anyways, so the clips that you saw earlier, I never actually got to finish telling you guys what happened or showing you the rest of my day. So that was basically 2 days ago, and I still have not had the baby, and I'm still at home and currently waiting on a phone call from the doctors. So I'm kind of just sitting here wondering what the heck is going on, because I had irregular but very consistent cramps earlier, and they felt just like real contractions. And mind you, I went all the way up to 8 centimeters in excruciating pain for 3 days with my son. So I did it all natural, so I know what contractions feel like, and I know what like the multiple stages feel like, except the actual like 3rd stage where you deliver. You know, because I couldn't get to that part. He just wouldn't descend because he was an OP baby. Anyways, so my husband, what happened after some of those things that you just saw, my husband came home, he saw that, and I decided to lay down for a little bit because the contractions were just really bad. Some of them were about 5 to 7 minutes apart, and but they weren't consistent enough for me to feel like I needed to go. They were mostly about 10 to 12 minutes apart, so I was just waiting until they picked up a whole lot more. 1 second, I can check on my kid. Roro, what are you doing? Look what you found. Mommy needs these, actually. Good job pulling these out for me. Yep, I have. Oh, crap. Oh. Playpen in here, clothes, everything. I've just been like stacking up my room, trying to wash my bedding. So that's what I'm going to be working on today, now that I'm actually feeling decent. Anyway, so what I was saying is I tried to lay down a little bit to ease a little bit of the cramps off, and I noticed that they were slowly going away. I was getting them about every 20 minutes, and that continued for a couple hours. I tried sleeping as much as I could just in case I was to wake up again and be in excruciating pain, because what I was feeling was no different than what I went through with my son. Very light, tolerable, a little difficult to breathe through and talk through, cramping, and then I went to bed, and I woke up in excruciating pain with my son, and that's the real start of second stage labor for me. I was already at like, what, 3 to 5 centimeters? I can't remember. And whew, I'm out of breath right now, guys. So I thought I could just do that, and I couldn't sleep. They were so painful. The thing is, laying down kind of made her flip around. So you saw me on my hands and my knees. I was doing what the doctors told me to do, just in case for back labor, because my son was OP. I could tell my daughter was OP because I could feel her legs and her feet and everything in front of me instead of a big butt, you know, just that hard mass that you would get in your stomach. Roro, come here, come say hi. So when I laid down, I actually felt her actually flip over, and my back pain started going away, and I was getting just front cramps, a little light back ache about every 20 minutes. So I got up, told my husband, he asked me how I was going, and I said, not well, I'm worried that my cramping is stalling, or the contractions are stalling, and I wanted to go for a walk. So I went for a walk, and oh boy, I was like, I could tell right then and there that my irregular cramps were true irregular contractions, I'm sorry. And because I would get a contraction as soon as I started walking. I'm telling you, I started my contractions immediately. And it would happen, and then no minute later, I would get another one. And then I'll go 15 minutes without one. And then I'll get another one. And then another one again. Sometimes another one again. And then they'll go away. And then it would just keep happening. You know, I'd get probably like a 15-minute break in between those couple combined contractions that I was having. So, but the thing is, after I not woke up, but got out of bed and went for a walk, during those contractions, I wasn't feeling my daughter move anymore, so I was just assuming she was asleep, because I was feeling her all day long, and not that time. Come here, Roro! He's in there crying right now. So, we walked all the way to the food store, got some Chinese food, and I tried seeing if eating would help make her move. She wouldn't. Mind you, too, before we left for a walk, I brought my water bottle because I know that being dehydrated can cause contractions, and I was super hydrated that day. I just made sure I was because I didn't want to go to the hospital and not be hydrated. But this girl cannot talk right now. So anyways, I also ate like 3 Reese's in hopes that the sugar would do something. I had some Gatorade, sugary Gatorade, and that didn't do anything. And the food didn't do anything either. So I sat on the bouncy ball. My husband asked me to go sit on it, bounce on it in hopes that I can wiggle her around and stuff in there. And that didn't do anything. So my husband came over, put his head on my stomach, and started talking, and all behold, she starts moving. I gotta do something in this room, guys. Oh my god, and it's blue. Whatever, right? But yeah, so she moved and I felt better. We ended up going to Walmart just in case because I was still having contractions every 20 minutes, but they were starting to fall further apart. But I did want to get a few things just in case, so I bought some soups. I just bought organic Campbell's, I think it's called Yes, and that was chicken and wild rice. And then I bought some just really soupy stuff, just in case the doctors say I can't have any of the meat again, or noodles. So I bought to-go containers. I can show you in a second. And those have one of them is like a roasted peppers and tomato soup. Another one is, Ronnie, what are you doing? Another one is a squash, and another one is just a regular tomato soup. So those are just things I can heat up in a microwave at the labor and delivery room, which I know they have because they had it when I was with my son. So when we got home, it was probably like 7, 8, 9 o'clock. So something, what the heck, a freaking fly. A little delayed of me. Anyways, when I was checking out this, mind you, I wasn't having any contractions really at this point. This girl, she went to go move the thing that holds the bags at Walmart, and she never actually went to go hand me a bag. So I went all the way, reached over to go grab it, you know, and it was on her side. If I wasn't going to reach over, I would have to walk around to her cash register part. It was like right next to her. It's on one of those wheel things, and they have sticks. So she saw me reaching and goes and spins the thing, and it wails me in my stomach. Okay, so, and it left a mark, and immediately I felt her jump and move, and I had like some of the worst front and back contractions ever, and Braxton Hicks. Like, that was probably like the worst I've had all day, and it just kept happening and happening. Felt like every 15 minutes. So I thought, oh shit, excuse my language, oh crap, you know, she started my contractions, my labor up again or whatever. But you know, as soon as I got home, I haven't felt anything. I ended up going to sleep, had some mild back cramps. And my husband would just hold his hand on my back and put some pressure. The warmth from his hand too helped. And I went to bed. I woke up with nothing. I had nothing yesterday. But let me tell you, I was extremely exhausted and tired. I like took 1 or 2 naps yesterday. I can't remember. I tried laying down to take a nap, and maybe that didn't work out because I felt obligated to get up and start cooking a crock pot dinner so that way people can have, not people, my husband and my son can have something to eat for dinner, you know. And then I went back and laid down again and fell asleep. But it's just that entire day before, like, physically made me exhausted and tired and unable to handle going on throughout my day because I needed to get my energy back. Well, here I am today. Last night my contractions started like kicking in again. More like back labor, not contractions, you know. Roro, no. So that's what I dealt with, and today I've been having on and off front and back pain, and really not much going on. Sometimes I could feel it descend a little lower and then go back up, but normally for like the last several weeks, constantly, not a break, I could feel her head in between my hips. Like, it's hard to move and I'm waddling, and today I feel like none of that at all. But I ended up getting on my ball and had my leg up on the chair while my son was painting, and I felt her descend again and felt that pressure, but as soon as I got up, it was gone. And every now and then I will feel something. But guys, I'm overdue. I'm 40 weeks in 2 days now or something, or 40 weeks in 1 day. I don't know, and I don't get it. Maybe it's because she's a girl. My son came, I literally started in labor with my son the same day that I could have sworn I had labor with my daughter. Like, she put me in tears a few times, guys. You know, like, that was no doubt like labor pain. But there's something I read online too called Prodromal. I can't remember how it's spelled or how to pronounce it, but you should just check it out. Ronnie, put that back. Oh my God, he grabs a cup and throws it. Unreal. Anyways, yeah, check that out. And it's basically regular, you know, basically saying that labor is imminent. It's on its way. I don't know if I pronounced that right either. I know how it's spelt, or not spelt, but when I see the word, I know. And I looked it up before, so I know what it means, but pronouncing it is a totally different story for me. Anyways, yeah. I don't know what to do, guys, and I don't want to be in labor this long. So what I was saying before too is that my son, I went in at 39 weeks, and basically the last day of my 39th week. That was the same day those contractions started happening with my daughter, and I could have sworn, I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen the same time. Like, doctors are right. Like, if he literally went up to my due date, my daughter is too, you know, and that's not the case. She's taking her sweet time, and I think she's waiting until winter time to come out. Just kidding. If the doctor said that they'll let me go up until 42 weeks, and guess when that is? That's Halloween, so potentially end up having a Halloween baby if they choose to give me a C-section on those dates. So,
Mama.
what, baby? What?
Mama.
That is Mama. Mommy, Daddy, and you. That's our wedding photo. Anyways, so
Mama.
here I am, late at night, back pain, no signs of labor. So I can hear my bed is, or my sheets are almost done. Anyways, if you guys have any tips and tricks on how to get labor certain, let me know. I did just call and speak, or not speak, I called and left a message to my OBGYN. They close at 5 o'clock, and I was hoping that I can hear from them in regards of everything, in hopes that they will take me in tomorrow and do another sweep. Even though my appointment's Wednesday, I'd still like to go in, you know, a day early if I can and get this ball rolling again. I'm not sure, because when I was 39 weeks early on, they did a sweep for me, but I was no more than a centimeter, maybe a little bit more than that, like a loose centimeter dilated. So she tried doing a sweep with what she could do, and I'm not sure if that's what triggered my labor contractions and stuff, you know, the following days. But I would like to really get it going. I don't want a C-section. I'm going for a VBAC. So the longer I wait, the bigger she's getting. I know the placenta starts disintegrating, and at some point there's low amniotic fluid at some point, and that doesn't mean it happens with all pregnancies, doesn't mean it's going to happen with me, but it's what happens, you know, the further along you get. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to give you a quick update on what's going on. Please stay tuned for my labor and delivery. That's going to be exciting, and I don't know, maybe, I think there's a few other things that I did want to mention. I'll just throw out there right now is, so I got my sweep. I've been taking medicine for my cold sores because they don't want me to have an outbreak when she goes on or sheds, and if I kiss her or whatever, you know, it's dangerous for her. And so I've been taking that medicine. They put me on iron. I'm also diagnosed with strep B for the first time. I didn't have it with my son, so as soon as I get to the hospital, they want to put me on an IV, antibiotics, and because I had a C-section, they want to do constant monitoring, so I'm going to be hooked up to wires and stuff. This is going to be great trying to VBAC, right? So, I don't know. I could use any tips and tricks as possible. I also do want to apologize for, like, being absent for a while. There's been just so much going on in my life, so much stress. I've been so overwhelmed. I've been crying like every day, guys, and I don't know. I woke up today with a bad day. You know, I'm getting bugged by everybody. Oh, did you have this baby yet? Guys, like I just mentioned earlier on in this video, guys, and it's 2 days, and I'm like, being bugged is like twice as bad, you know, now. People don't care. They want to see the baby, and you know what? So do I. Say hi.